Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be comparing the New Balance 574 with the New Balance 580. Both the 574 and the 580 are imported lifestyle models that are budget friendly from New Balance. Both are retro runners and have similar aesthetics, and I thought it would be cool to do a comparison between both of these models. Originally released in 1988, the New Balance 574 was made to be a versatile do-it-all shoe, but also be budget friendly. It was built to be uncomplicated, durable, rugged, and comfortable. Ever since its original release, the 574 has become an iconic sneaker and has been a regular production New Balance sneaker ever since. The New Balance 580 was originally released in 1996 as a Japanese exclusive iteration of the Made in USA 585 model. It was a very polarizing sneaker when it first came out. It had a bold, chunky design while still having that classic runner aesthetic. Due to its striking looks and initial pricing issues, the 580 was not initially a big hit, but once the model got a price markdown, the 580 eventually gathered a small but concentrated following in Japan. The 580 model has came and gone in the US over the years, but it most recently came back at the end of 2022 and has now received a plethora of GR and collaboration colorways and is slated to have even more GRs and collabs in the future. Both the 574 and 580 are retro runner models, but they are pretty different in terms of looks, and due to them being quite different shoes, I'm just gonna highlight the biggest differences. The first difference in terms of the overall aesthetic, I'd say the 574 is a lot more simpler and uncomplicated as it was intended to be. It also has a more relatively flat midsole, and it has a pretty big N logo. In contrast, the 580 is definitely a bit more on the chunkier side and has a smaller N logo. The midsole of the 580 is a bit more form-fitting and thicker, and I'll go over the comfort of both shoes later on in the comparison video. In terms of technology, the 574 utilizes New Balance's signature NCAP technology. NCAP consists of a stiff polyurethane heel cradle with a soft EVA core to give the user a great combination of both softness and firmness, and that's mostly found in the heel area of the shoe. The rest of the shoe is a simple foam material. The 580, on the other hand, utilizes Absorb, C-cap, and roll bar technologies in the midsole. The most prominent technology in the 580 is the roll bar, which is designed to be a post-stability system to help control rear foot movement and enhance support. Roll bar is basically a big piece of plastic that helps with stability. As you can see, it is exposed right here as well as on the medial side of the shoe too. In terms of sizing, the 574 fits true to size, but it also comes in wider widths. I'm a true size 9.5 with normal width feet, so I get my 574s in a size 9.5 and they fit me well. The 580, on the other hand, has a slightly bigger toe box, so I recommend going down half a size. I'm a true size 9.5, so I get my 580s in a size 9, and the 580s do not come in different widths. I'll flash my comfort ratings on the screen right now for both models. The 574, in my opinion, is comfortable for a retro runner model. I feel like it is more firm than soft on feet, but it's not too overly stiff that's uncomfortable. But the 574 definitely isn't the most comfortable New Balance shoe out there, and the midsole shape is relatively average and flat and isn't too form-fitting. The 580 is similar in terms of comfort. It's more on the firm side, but not as firm as the 574 in my opinion. It does have a bit more softness to it, and I much prefer the 580's midsole shape because it's much more form-fitting and it's not completely flat like the 574. In terms of quality and price, when we're talking about regular GR colorways of both the 574 and the 580, the 574 retails for around $90 US, and the 580 retails for around $130 US. So that's a $40 difference between the models. And I'd say in terms of just quality alone, when looking at GRs, 580 definitely does have better materials than GR colorways of the 574. Of course, the materials can vary from colorway to colorway, but in terms of the suede, I definitely gotta say that the 580 suede is pretty great, especially for it being an imported model and only retailing for $580. I'd say the suede is like almost at Made in USA level, but it's just barely not there. And the 574 suede is definitely better than anything Nike or Adidas would make, but it's definitely not the softest suede in the world, but I'd say it's okay for just being a $90 retail shoe. This core gray 574 is made in Vietnam, and this burgundy 580 is made in China, but of course course, its country of origin could vary between colorway as well as the collaboration colorways. Between the two, they're definitely both great retro runner models. They're both comfortable for what they are, and they're both relatively inexpensive, especially in comparison to Made in USA and Made in UK models. But my pick of the two goes to the 580, and that's because I think it is more comfortable than the 574, and I feel like the $40 price increase is definitely worth it for the better quality suede, and I just like the aesthetics of the 580 better than the 574. I feel like the 580 is a lot more different than the other New Balance retro runner models, which I really like. I definitely like how it's more chunky than the standard retro runner models, but it still has that retro runner look, and overall I think the 580 is pretty underrated right now. So which model do you guys prefer, the 574 or the 580? I definitely like to know down in the comments. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, follow me on my socials, check out the Intelligence site for more New Balance content and guides. If you really loved the video, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below, and thanks for watching.